Hi, this is Reptile Rob. I just had a nice visit from the news. I think it's CTV came over and was interested in finding out what was going on with our store after we bought out your number one pet depot. But it was a pretty interesting visit. Got a lot of footage of Bubsy, Rosie. Talked about the future. Like voodoo. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, I figured it would be a good time to do another Aqua Talk, number 11. And as you can see, I'm doing one with my red chili Oscars. Man, were they ever expensive. Call them Beavis and Butthead for obvious reasons. They're both pretty dumb, and they're always hungry. And as you can see in the back there, got my flower horn. And all these rocks and plants. That's what makes a great aquarium. And a lot of people are like, oh, it's always the fish. No. It's the fish with the rocks and the plants. Without it, it just looks like, someone's fun. Oh yeah. Even this driftwood, that was collected locally. The rocks. Not the plants, though. None of the plants. For obvious reasons, if you collected any of the plants locally here, it'd have to be cold water, because our water in Timmins, Ontario is frigid. Really frigid. It's only some of the smaller beach rock I purchased. The larger I collected locally at Cowboy Lake. Oh yeah, you guys probably know the place. I had a lot of adventures there as a kid, and now even more as an adult as I look for driftwood and rocks. I wish we could get some of the plants. There's not really many that I've seen we can use. This is actually fake, but I love it. I found it at PetSmart down in like Ottawa or something like that. Maybe Montreal? I forget now. But it was such a perfect shape. It looks great at every angle. Like you stand it like this, it's tall, it's great. You lay it down, it gives some depth. It has little tucky spots to put plants in. It's great. It's great. These boulders, however, they were hard to get. When we go ATVing, we're going to collect rocks, and we make sure it's the last 10 minutes of our ATV ride that we collect rocks. Because, wow, you do not want those banging around. Some driftwood as well. Water wisteria. Oh, yeah. A lot of people don't appreciate this plant for what it is. Oh, sorry about that. It's a great floater. It's great in the rocks. It's just great everywhere. It grows huge. It grows slow. The only weaknesses it has is if you move it, it is so delicate. You are just going to snap it. It smells bad when you take it out of the water and it's been sitting there for a bit. And that's about it. If you leave it in the water, it doesn't make any smell whatsoever. But if you take it out of the water and it starts to go bad, oof. I've had to give some odor. There's some coon's tail. That batch just spread out beautifully. Look at that. That was just like one plant I had in my community tank. And it just did great. It just did great. And when I put it in here, it spread out. And now it's everywhere. See, they already started pulling out some plants. There's a water wisteria I didn't want to be floating. It's over there. Some manubia. I used some plants that were in tanks that had a lot of algae. I'm talking a lot. Right, buddy? This guy's the bully of the tank. It's flower horn. Red dragon flower horn. He was hard to get, and now he's hard to find a place for. I can't find a tank that he just gets along with anybody. Just don't get along with nobody. I see other people put him in with Oscars, but these guys are, I'd say, a third larger than him, and they do not want to mess with him. He floats up, they're in full defense. And he just has the roam of the tank, and as you can see, his belly's full because he gets to pick on the food. Speaking of food, I should give him some. As you can see, this tank. Ah, my eyes. Boom. There we go, some bloodworm. I'm going to go from the top. Yeah, They love their bloodworms. Alright, now let's see if I can close this without making a crazy amount of noise. Oh, I did. Magic. Oh. Yeah, I fed them earlier. I was like, whoops. I'm doing an aqua talk. You guys, I guess, are getting bonus. Bonuses for everybody. The sad bit is all these rocks are great places for that bloodworm to go in and rot and create nitrites. Oh well. Don't do that too often. As you can see, they pulled out this sword, and that doesn't bother me too bad. I just need to put it in deeper. Swords you can bury if you have large boulders. Everyone's like, oh, you can't bury a sword because it needs its roots exposed. And it's like, well, if you have big enough rocks and it gets enough current through it, they'll be fine. It just can't be buried in like soft substrate. These are chain swords. Slowly spread them out. See how they do in this tank. Some Valasteria. That Anubia has been with me for so long. I've taken chunk after chunk off of it. One tank, it's just got a whole buttload of algae. And then I was like, okay, I'm just going to put them in here just to hide a bit of woodwork. My girl, Hailee, she was the one that actually strapped this wood to some slate stone, and I stole it. She's wasn't too happy about that, but hey, she steals some of my stuff. It happens. I love this piece. I love it. Well, they're still eating the bloodworm, thank goodness. And like, look at the size of this tank. I know it's a saltwater, it's got overflow pumps and everything. But I just really wanted to use it for freshwater, because I've never had a freshwater with an overflow. Simple as that. I'm trying something new. Deal with it. Oh, you could really tell which ones are the store-bought rocks versus the ones I got locally. They're all like yellowish. Ew, I don't really like them. I like our local ones better. That big one, that one, we got an ATV ride when, wow, we had to put out a fire in the middle of the woods. Fucking jerks left the fucking fire going in the middle of the forest. Fucking, it was a big one too. I have nothing to put it out with. Fuck me. All that was still in the fucking fire right next to it. It caught up and kept going. Paper and everything. Fucking retards. Burn the whole fucking forest down. Just me and Hailee. We were ATVing and somebody started a fire on the trail. It was like, well, we're just going to leave it and let it burn the forest down. So we had to stop, put it out. I ended up costing me one of my workout drink cups because we had to scoop up dirt to bury it. Really mad about that. Everybody was appreciative. They were like, oh, thanks for stopping our homes from burning down. Nobody came forward and said they did it, though. Nobody. But, you know, that's just the way the world works. Anyways, starting to go on tangents. This has been a great Aqua Talk. Hope you guys have a great week. Hope the news report says we're awesome. Probably will, because we are. And thanks, subscribe, do all that stuff that you're supposed to do to promote. I don't. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to ask you a question. Question is, adult Oscars. You think I could fit 2 more in here? 2 more Oscars, and maybe a tire track eel. Tire track eel and 2 more Oscars. Yeah, that would be it. I'm gonna remove this guy. He's got to go. You gotta go. You're just gonna have your own tank. You win it. You win. But yeah, 2 large, long fin Oscars. You think I could fit him in here? And a tire track eel. He stays at the bottom. It'll be cool. It'll be cool. Anyways, peace. Subscribe.